Well, I just got back home to San Diego, and no rain here yet. Earlier there was some parting in the clouds, and you could really see all the chemical aerosols above. So we're supposed to get 50% chance of rain today and tomorrow. We'll see. Had a couple good downpours coming home. I'll post that too, but they've just been spraying it. Semper Fi, boys. Semper Fi. Always faithful. Yes, sirree. USMC. They like me. Except for when they buzz my house low, it pisses me off. I guess I should say ticks me off. Oh, my friend Omar's out there picking the sunflowers. I brought him some bags of stuff. Speaks English real well. He actually grew up in Ensenada. I was talking to him a little bit, and he's a Christian. He's a believer. Nice guy. I took him a bunch of cans of. I ordered some sardines. They weren't bad. I don't know. I thought I better start eating more omega stuff. I took him some sardines and some canned salmon, and I took him a bunch of stuff. Here's Omar, working away. Nice guy. But anyways, he brought me a bunch of Fuerte avocados from these over there. The other guys that used to work there used to tell me to pick all I wanted for myself, but I don't know. It's kind of treacherous getting over that fence anymore at my age. Anyways, no rain here yet. I'll post what I took this morning out in the Coachella Valley. Coachella Valley, if anybody doesn't know, it basically goes from Palm Springs, northern Palm Springs, the foot of San Gregorio and San Jacinto mountains, all the way to the Salton Sea. And then it continues on actually to the Imperial Valley, where it's just farmland out there. So here's two more coming. So anyways, we'll see if we get any rain over here on the coast. Up in the high desert and up in the mountain. On the mountain it was a couple really good downpours. So I'll post that. And I'll post what I shot this morning. Well, here they come. Here are the boys and the women. And the women in USMC. Well, Tuesday the 19th. See if we get some rain out of this. They said 50% chance, but just a complete mixture of natural rain clouds, water vapor clouds, with them spraying over the top of it and going right through it. Can't hardly see the jets. Every once in a while you'll see a trail go through. Well, they've been spraying pretty much all week. Oh, there's one going through up there not spraying. That's right in there. Yeah, if I can show up. There he is. New trail. So, supposed to get some snow in the mountains too, but we'll see. Okay, you can see down there where it's trails going through down there. Over the Salton Sea. That's the sky here, Tuesday, November 19th. Another month's almost gone by. Yep, one going right through the mixture up there. Can hardly make it out. That's what they've been doing all morning. Yeah, it's right in there. Yeah, it's pretty much lost in the... Just barely make it out. Yeah, right in there. All the way through it. All the way through it. Just harder to see when it's socked in like this. Oh, that's what, now he's vectoring. Off to its destination. Out of LAX, I'm sure, coming through the valley, turning on its aerosol, dumping its toxic spray, and then heading northeast to its destination. Now, there goes Qantas spraying away. Now, left that trail there. Now it looks like it shut it off. Anyways, that's Qantas. And then another one way out there. Just went over the top, adding to this mixture here, spraying constantly. And that one Qantas went through that mixture right there. And then when it came out of it, see its trail right there. Shut it off right there. Oh, now it turned it back on when it went through that mixture there. That's right in there. Turned it off again. Oh, turned it back on. Very precise. Look at that. Just before it got to that second mixture of chemical aerosols, turned it back on. Now it'll begin to vector off to its destination. Probably New York. It's sputtering there. Turned it off. Oh, another sputter. So there you go. Business as usual. That's where it went through right there. Mixture of the somewhat natural water vapor clouds and the aerosols they're adding to it. Oh, now he's vectoring real hard. Probably going to New York. Oh, shut it off again, I think. That's way out there. Looks like it's still spraying. At the top of the oleander there. Yeah, still spraying. Now it shut it off. Well, totally shut it off. Did that vector? Now it's totally off. Oh, there you go. Must be artificial intelligence that monitors these jets, and I'm sure they're hooked up to something that monitors high-tech computer software that monitors these clouds and triggers the jets to turn the aerosols off and on. I'm sure the pilots are aware of it, but whether they're flipping the switch or not is, I'm sure they're not. Pretty high-tech stuff, though. And destroying God's creation. Yeah, there goes another one there. Going through that metallic mixture up there. It's all getting zapped over there by the microwave transmissions. Another one up there just turned it on in that mess up there. The sun's bright. You can see. It's vectoring. Reflection off those metallic nanoparticulates from that sun is bright. That's a big trail. That's right in there. Right along there, right along there. Right along there. And off it goes.
You're not.
Garner Valley.
Will even out.
It's actually raining pretty good. First rain I think we've had since last year.
And I will make drunk her princes, and so they were drunk when the judgment came. And her wise
They're spraying away this morning down in the desert, though.
And they shall sleep a perpetual sleep. They'll not wake, saith the King, capital King, God, whose name is Yahweh of hosts. So God pronounces this awesome, certain judgment. And again, 60 years before, the night when they were all drunken. And just for entertainment, Belshazzar said, bring the gold and silver cups that my father took from the temple in Jerusalem, that we might drink our wine out of those cups. And as they were drinking their wine out of these golden cups that had once been used in the service of God in the temple in Jerusalem, and they were praising and all the gods of gold and silver in their drunken stupor. That is when the hand appeared in the letters upon the wall, announcing the end for the Babylonian king. That was the night the captains, the mighty men, the wise men, and the king went into the perpetual sleep. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the broad walls of Babylon, 87 feet thick, shall be utterly broken, and her high gates shall be burned with fire.
This guy just stops making a left-hand turn, let the guy at a stop sign go.
Folk in the fire.
And this guy stopped here too.
And not put the fire out.
Oh, let's stop.
The word which
you guys got the right of way. I hate to tell you that.
The son of Uriah, the son of Maaseiah, when he went with Zedekiah, or as he
survey
went,
drafting locating. All right.
Now,
you can turn off your emergency flashers.
All right. Or he was sent.
Zedekiah
was not yet taken.
Just showing, we're getting some rain here. There you go.
At this point, but
well, now I'm down in Anza here, and it's really pouring. Pick up my windshield wipers, I guess.
We won't leave Jeremiah completely at this time, but 2 more weeks in Lamentations. But the book of Jeremiah, we come now to chapter 52, which, as I mentioned this morning, is
water on the road.
Appendix to the book. As you look at verse 64 of the previous chapter, thus far are the words of Jeremiah. Chapter 52 is probably added by another author, and perhaps Ezra, who, when they came back from the captivity, it could be that he added this final chapter to Jeremiah. Some of the things that are mentioned in this chapter took place in Babylon, perhaps even after Jeremiah's death. That is the last few verses of the chapter. So it is sort of an appendix in which he records the fulfillment of the prophecies that Jeremiah had been uttering for some 40 years. Jeremiah was just a teenager when God called him to go and to prophesy to the nation, to stand before the kings. Jeremiah objected to the call of God because he said, I'm only a child. They won't listen to me. And the Lord assured him that he would be with him, and that he was to actually exercised the ministry of the prophet to the nation, warning them of God's impending judgment upon the nation because they had forsaken the Lord. And so Jeremiah began his ministry while just a teenager, standing at the gate of the temple that had been refurbished and the worship again begun, crying to the people as they were going into worship that they should not trust in lying vanities.
Okay, this is the town of Anza. I think the population's like 5,000 or something. I had a house up here for a while. It's kind of nice up here. High desert, 4,000 foot elevation. Gets some snow, but doesn't last long. Not much to it. Grocery stores, a couple restaurants, one liquor store. I knew the guy that built that liquor store. Larry Smith was his name. Remember, his daughter got killed. This is like back in the early 80s. His daughter got killed on a motorcycle. It was a terrible thing. He was kind of a friend of mine. So, that was the town of Anza. Getting some more rain here. Alright, go back to Chuck.
Thinking because they were going to worship in the temple again that was sufficient. God wanted them to turn their hearts completely to the Lord, to obey the commandments of God. And thus the revival that took place at the beginning of Jeremiah's prophecy under King Josiah was only a surface revival. It really didn't get down into the heart of the nation or national life. God had indicted the people because they had forsaken God, the fountain of living waters, and they had carved out cisterns, God said, that could not hold water. That is, they had turned to other religions. They had begun to worship other gods, and all through the prophecy of Jeremiah, there was the complaint against the people because they were worshiping Molech, they were worshiping Ashtoreth, they were worshiping Baal and the gods of the heathen. And thus we find Jeremiah crying out against the abominations, warning them that because of these, if they did not repent, if they did not turn to the Lord with their whole heart, then surely God would allow them to go into captivity, that they would be destroyed by Babylon and carried away as captives to the strange land.
And it happened, just like the book of Revelation is going to happen. It's not a future; it's a future prophecy. First 3 chapters are about the churches, and then chapter 4, John's caught up. I show you these things, harpazo, metatauta, after these things. All right. Revelation is a future prophecy after chapter 3. And it's going to happen, just like what Jeremiah foretold was going to happen to the Jews in Judea and Israel. So, study the book of Revelation. I'll put a link to Paid in Full. He's got all Hal's teachings there. It's an excellent, excellent teaching on Revelation. So, I'll include a link to it. So, looks like all the rain for now. And some big thunderhead, so definitely kind of a mixture, though. Alright. That was it, though. Just that couple little downpours. Well, the road looks pretty dry here, so no rain here. A little thunder shower, I guess. Alright. Oh, here, I'll run this a little bit, because there's this Kauai Casino up here. It used to just be this big, huge tent. Now they're building this big, huge hotel. I've got an idiot here. But anyways, It's on the Kauai Indian Reservation. And here it is here. Casino Hotel. Coming in spring of 2020. I mean, it's already up there. I get gas up there. It's the cheapest place to get gas. And they do have a big tent up there. It's been up there for, I don't know, a good 20 years. But now they're building a big casino. So there you go.